Hey, when your hobby becomes work, it's time to take a break. So I'll do some shout outs, do some appreciation for all you guys out there, and try to widen the circle of friends we got. As you see, I still have my wood block on top of my tripod. Great. So we'll step outside and take a walk, and I'll do a few shout outs to my friends. Alrighty, let's go. So I'm going to break these shout outs down into groups as far as show and tell guys and the storytellers and TTMers, and then I got oddballs and rippers, and then some new guys. First of all, I'd like to do my shout out to TJMAC, Vintage Cards and Nostalgia. Terry has what I call a family show, even though his kids aren't in the show. The show is for his children, just like why I started my channel. Is for my family, and he's the one who inspired me to do my channel. I like the way he incorporates his family's vintage sports magazines and his personal stories to go along with those cards that he has, and they always fit into the theme of his show. A great collection of cards that come across the screen, great. Appointment viewing on Fridays. Big cowboy fan. Now we'll go over to Andy D's collection. Like Terry, he has a great focus on his collection. He's working on vintage sets of baseball and football. He has a variety of items of all sports and has family stories to go with those items. Another great guy whose show is for his kids. Great sense of humor and is a big St. Louis fan. Steve, Vintage Card Steve, has a great collection of baseball cards. He has a great take on the hobby and one that most of us share. We are collectors first, not flippers or speculators. His show is consistent and has been around for years. A real good dude. Moving on down the rock pathway, we got Stuke. Stuke's Baseball Cards and Curiosities. Stuke is his grandpa's name. I'm not sure what Stuke's name is. Out of all the guys I watch, he has the most amazing variety of items. Stuff you wouldn't even think of, and I don't know where he gets it from. I admire Stuke for figuring out how to use YouTube. I only recently figured out thumbnails, and Stuke is already live streaming with the youth of today. Big Twins and Packer fans, and like me, a fan of Roger Maris. Stuke gets my sense of humor, and that goes a long way with me. Concrete Buddy. I also don't know his name like Stuke, but they're both old-timers like me. Buddy has cards nobody else has shown. Great vintage of all sports, including boxing. He has a great take on the hobby as well. Collect what you like. That's a great tag. Concrete Buddy. Continuing on down the rocky path, now it's the storytellers. Turns out that's what I am now. Didn't plan on that, but so be it. But I can appreciate the time it takes to put these kind of shows together. Not just turning on the camera and showing my Mickey Mantle in a PSA 5. Actually, these next three guys could do that if they wanted to because they all have great collections. Starting with Chris at Stories in Cardboard. Chris has a real cool show. He has different segments that I really like his Monday Cardboard Masterpiece or his 5 cool cards to collect. And he also does spotlights, which I really appreciate. I like the way he tells stories. And because he's into vintage football, he's right up my alley. Super positive dude who is very knowledgeable. Mike, the history sports collector. Mike is one of my favorites because his focus is on the U.S. military veterans from the early to mid-20th century. Ball players who served and deserve to be recognized. He's great at telling these stories while mixing in war footage and music that he picks out for the end of each episode. Has a great vintage baseball cards that come across great on the screen. Ryan, History Through Cards. Ryan has by far the most comprehensive show when it comes to in-depth analysis and storytelling on cards from 3 different centuries. He runs the gamut when it comes to cards. What sets Ryan apart is that he got to do what we all want to do. Sit around with former big leaguers and talk shop with them, and then become friends with these guys. Some of his stories are firsthand from legends themselves. Like he got to hang around with Bob Feller. I don't watch TTMers as much as I used to, but there are 3 guys I still watch, and one of them is Ed, Angry Old Man. He's sent many people my way and is a big supporter, like all you guys of the community out there. He's been around for years, has great delivery, and is a real fun show. Ed. Got Math Bowler, is a school teacher, which I can appreciate because my brother and my mom were both school teachers. For him to take the time to watch my show means a lot because I know he's got a lot of stuff to do as a teacher. He's been around for 6 years, mostly baseball, with a huge collection of autographed baseballs. He's also into hockey and all things Pittsburgh. ABE'S. ABE'S card collection, another guy who's been around for years with his content. His show goes by really fast. It's a really good show. Abe. Now we'll get to the oddballs, or other category as I like to call it. Starting with Fabian, undrafted player. That's a great name, undrafted player. Fabian has the most unique sports and non-sports items that he gets from European sellers and flea markets near him. He also does TTM and fan packs. He will show you the progress in his vegetable garden from start to finish. Another guy who has fun and great sense of humor. SENSEI Domino has the best overall collection of cards, period. He has cards that you didn't even know existed, and they show up really good on his channel. He has live stream Saturday nights, and I still say he has the best voice on YouTube. You got Scott at Reindeer Studios. Scott is the guy I watch because of his artwork, an amazing artist who works in many mediums and creates his own style, which is not easy to do. He is one of those big-time channels that I watch but don't comment because he has enough to respond to. A big Indians fan. Since I'm into vintage, I don't watch rippers, but I do like UFC. So I watch CLOUDSEY 420. He consistently brings it with his funny clips from all over the place. I watch his show because he makes me laugh. Plus he knows the fight game and gets into it. He's out of Canada, and you can go camping with him on his channel. CLOUDSEY. These next guys were either referred to me or I found them. Starting with Freedom Sufferer Cards. This cat has his own style. He is a ripper that makes me laugh. He has been making his own music for years, and his background music is great. I always prefer no music in my videos because 9 times out of 10 it's terrible and is on a loop and drives me crazy. And I say if your content is good enough, you don't need music. His music adds to the show. That's very rare. He's coming out of Europe, and his best friend is the Macho Man, who does the show with him, in a way. Sports Cards Connections, I just found him. He did a great tribute to Rams' Ed Mador, who just passed away. This is an excellent show that has in-depth into different vintage sports cards from all over the world. A lot of world cards. He does a lot of Japanese baseball cards and has great stories behind the Kabaya Leaf cards. Very interesting stuff. Hall of Fame card collectors, been around less than a month, has only 4 videos and is already looking towards 75 subs. He has the big boys when it comes to baseball cards. He's a new guy. Check him out. Diego at Sports Card D-TOR. Diego is somebody I just met. He's been pulling out shows for years. And like most of you, he's into vintage baseball. Diego. And most of you out there know the guy known as God is Great, coming out of Japan. He's a big supporter of the community. And I said his name once and it was wrong, so I'm going to hold back on saying his name. Because of the poor reception, I watch what I can and comment if I can, but usually I just get a spinning wheel whenever I'm on YouTube, and I get easily frustrated and I don't wait, so I just move on. So sorry about that, guys. Just like I tried to figure out how to add links so you guys could just click on it and go straight to the thing, and yeah, I couldn't figure that out. I tried, easily frustrated. I quit on that one. I know myself. Hey, all you guys out there, most of these guys have been on the YouTube for years. There's only a few that are rookies like me and a couple other guys. Appreciate all your support and spread the love. All right, adios, amigos. Little handheld, which I never do. Don't like the shakiness. Peace.